If you want to understand exactly how to command and hold attention online, you have to look at the work of the scientist Ivan Pavlov. Pavlov proved classical conditioning. Every time he rang a bell, he gave a dog a piece of food. Eventually, the dog's mouth would water just by hearing that bell, because it associated the specific sound with getting a reward. You are trying to build that exact same reflex in your viewers. If you structure your videos to consistently release dopamine in someone's brain, they will eventually click your content the moment they see your name or face. This animated diagram breaks down the process into the 6-rung dopamine ladder. The first 4 rungs apply directly to the video itself, the message you are delivering. The final 2 rungs apply to you, the creator, and how the audience views the messenger. Ascending viewers through these 6 stages deliberately triggers increasing amounts of dopamine. Hitting these milestones in order is the mechanism that turns a scrolling viewer into a conditioned superfan. This side-by-side comparison illustrates the first level of the ladder, stimulation. Your brain has a rapid, subconscious processing stage. When you look at the colorful, moving shapes on the left compared to the static gray on the right, your eye instinctively locks onto the motion. You force this subconscious pause in the first 2 seconds of a video by using a combination of vivid colors, high contrast, and rapid physical motion. Establishing your own unique visual palette here keeps viewers from becoming desensitized by the rest of their feed. That visual stun gun only lasts a fraction of a second. It just buys you the space to reach level 2, captivation. Here, the viewer shifts from a subconscious visual reaction into active, conscious comprehension. Captivation requires you to open a curiosity loop. You do this by forcing a highly specific, open question into the viewer's mind, usually by combining a known concept with a weird or shocking premise. To verify your hook opens a strong loop, run it through 3 tests. The avatar test checks if the question is highly relevant to your specific viewer. The implication test evaluates whether you stated the question directly or implied it cleverly through details. And the stakes test ensures the answer to the question is complex and non-obvious. If your hook fails to plant that specific question in their head, the viewer will bounce. No amount of flashy editing in level 1 will save the video if the curiosity loop fails to connect. This seesaw illustrates level 3, anticipation. Once a question pops into the viewer's head, they subconsciously start guessing the outcome. They actively balance the open question against what they anticipate the answer will be as the video plays. Throwing random rogue details into your script to sound mysterious breaks this balance completely, confusing the viewer. Instead, you need to introduce a targeted head fake or a non-obvious twist right before the reveal, which forces them to reset their guess. That anticipation builds until you reach level 4, validation. You securely close the loop by delivering the actual educational value or satisfying answer, triggering a major release of dopamine. Let's test this on your own work. Pause this video. Open the script for your next project, read the first 3 seconds, and write down the exact question it forces your audience to ask. If you cannot identify the question, you need to rewrite the hook. Closing that loop with concrete value delivers the largest dopamine hit of the entire process. It leaves the viewer satisfied and firmly establishes their trust in the video they just watched. This progress bar tracks our move up to level 5, affection. We are now ascending past the video itself and evaluating you, the messenger. As viewers transition from liking a single video to actually liking you as a creator, they give you a much longer leash before scrolling away from your content. You accelerate this affection through 4 targeted actions. First, lean into your unique visual styling. Second, elevate your posture and camera presence. Third, smile to transfer authentic joy through the lens. And fourth, successfully solve a real problem they are actively struggling with. Consistently solving those problems brings us to the final frontier, level 6, revelation. This state occurs when the viewer recognizes you as a dependable, repeating source of non-obvious value in their life. Here is the framework consolidated into a checklist. Before you shoot, verify you have visual stimulation in the first 2 seconds, a hook that triggers captivation, a script that builds anticipation, a payoff that provides validation, and a delivery that builds long-term affection. Operating at level 6 completes the classical conditioning cycle. You train your audience to associate your face with a high-value reward, guaranteeing they will click and watch.
Let's discuss that in the comments section. And as always, thanks for watching Alux Live. Subscribe for more.